Well, I finally made it up to my farm. We're gonna go ahead and drive to the stand and see what we can get done today. I'm doing a little bit of bow hunting. It's a Friday afternoon, and yeah, we're gonna see what we can get done. Let's kick it. Well, parked next to my other blind up here. It's a tower blind that we built, me and my dad, but this ain't where we're hunting. We're going down this way. So, we're gonna sneak around here and see what we can get done. We've had a couple good bucks show up on camera here the past couple of weeks consistently. We have a little food plot in this corner out here that we're gonna try and camp out. A lot of sign all over the place around here, especially recently. We had a huge rainstorm this morning from about 6 a.m. to around maybe 2 p.m. So them deer probably weren't moving much. And then we got a cold front the past couple of days too. It was a little under 50 degrees this morning. So everything's pointing to a good day of deer hunting. So we'll see what we can do. Stay tuned. Well, we made it. This is going to be our humble abode for the next few hours. It's about 4 o'clock. I'm overlooking this field here, and I've got this opening to my left where we've dug out a food plot for these deer. And I've got a really hot bath behind me. Like I said, let's see what we can get done. This is about an hour and a half in, and it's just kind of starting to get dark a little bit, not too much, and a little spike decides to pop up, or pop out of this path over here at about 35 yards, and he goes right to a little water hole that we dug out about a year ago, and we just keep filling with water. He decides to kind of sniff around, look around a little bit, takes a couple drinks, and then walks out into this food plot and eats a little bit, kind of hangs out. We've seen him a lot. There's a trail camera back in that path that he just came out of, and we see him a lot. He pretty frequents this little food plot out here quite a bit, and usually just kind of hangs out and then turns right back around and leaves. Right there, he kind of catches me moving the camera a little bit, but I don't think he suspects anything because he stays around for a little bit and then kind of heads out after a while. Now it's getting to be pretty dark, and the GoPro can barely even keep up with it at this point. But a nice buck steps out, maybe a 120s-ish buck, and he's got a pretty big body. It's early season, early bow season. It's about a week into bow season for where I live, and this buck steps out. I don't catch him walking out, but He steps out and goes right to that watering hole that little spike went to earlier. And I'm thinking to myself, do I shoot this deer or let him grow? And I haven't killed a deer yet this season. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take the sack on him. He's kind of got some wonky stuff going on with his horns. I know you can't really see it, but he's real tall and tight. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let this guy take one for the team so I can get some summer sausage, because I don't buy stuff from the store. I get all my stuff from hunting. And I'm like, you know what? He's going on the dinner plate. And right now he's at about 35, 40 yards. And I'm sitting here getting ready to, get him with the bow. And I can shoot out to 40 comfortably, but I'm thinking about the footage and hoping he gets a little closer. At this point, he starts just moving right in front of me, or at least on the path to go right in front of me. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to move the camera. So there's a pillar in my stand that you'll see right there that I wait for him to get behind so I can move the camera. Well, that's where I made my mistake. He absolutely caught me just grabbing that camera and moving it. And I can't see him right now, and because that pillar's in the way. So I'm sitting there waiting for him to keep walking, and beknownst to me, he knows that I'm there. And then you just see him cut back to the left and peel out of that place. Fast forward a couple weeks, and it is now a week before rifle season in November. And I'm hunting. It's cold. It's about 32 degrees, maybe a little warmer. It's raining. It's just a pretty good day to be out in the woods. And I'm excited. I'm ready. I haven't killed one yet, and I'm waiting for that nice buck to come out. Here is where my crazy experience comes into play. So, as you can see, I'm walking in the middle of a field. Well, I had to cross this field to get out and, go back to where I was staying. And I just happened to look to my left and saw something sitting on this pond bank. And I was like, oh, there's a goose over there. It looked weird, and I was like, oh, it's probably a goose. So I check it with my rangefinder, and turns out it was a pretty decent buck just laying down on this pond bank. And I'm staring at it in disbelief. I'm like, there's no way that thing's just chilling there. It's 10:30. I walked past the same spot right before daylight, to get to my stand, and I'm walking back. And I'm like, how long has that deer been there? And then I'm like, well, did somebody shoot this deer? Because this is private property. Like, my family owns this, So I'm like, did someone shoot that deer? And I'm freaking out. So I'm sneaking up to it. It was at about 140 yards when I first saw it. And I'm creeping up to it. And I'm like, if I get the opportunity, I'm going to sling an arrow at this thing. And the only thing that I see about this deer is that it has a drop tine on its left side. And that was good enough for me. I'll go ahead and let the rest of this play out. It's a couple of minutes long. The original video that I took was about 6 minutes, but I'll go ahead and stop talking and just let this play out for you guys. Right now, I have walked up to about 30 yards on the money, and I check my phone to make sure that my GoPro is recording because I am blown out of my mind. Maybe I was at 35, but when I fling this arrow, he is at 30 yards on the money, and I'm ranging him right there. You can hear it, and I go to take one more step, and I guess it was one step too many, and he picks his head up and looks at me, and I realized how decent he was. And I took that one step too many, and he was like, oh, there's someone here. I get to a range that I'm comfortable. I draw back. He's sitting there looking at me. I hate that the bow is covering him up, but absolutely smoke him. He was quartering away, so I hit on his back rib, and it went up and through and right behind his left shoulder. And he's just standing in the woods, has no idea what happened. And now I start absolutely freaking out. You can just listen to it and enjoy, I guess.
Oh my god. That bug's got dropped. Oh. He was bedded down. Oh. Oh my god, please go down. It was a little far back. Please go down. Oh. He's right. Oh god. Please don't be too far. Lord, please don't let that be too far back. Okay, I'm backing out on that one. Oh my gosh. He crashed. Oh my gosh.
And right after that video cuts, or right before, I mean, you just heard him crash, and I could see him laying down, and I just went right over to him. It was an amazing hunt, and I've got some pictures and stuff on my TikTok, so I'll make sure to leave that in the description if you'd like to see the deer. YouTube and stuff is kind of iffy about showing that, but if you've made it this far and you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.